Today, my people, something very dramatic happened again in court. It was supposed to be an ordinary hearing in the long and heated case of Nnamdi Kanu, but what happened inside that courtroom left everybody talking. You could literally feel the tension in the air, voices rising, tempers flaring, lawyers pointing fingers, and the judge sitting quietly, trying to calm things down. Before we even go deep, please, if you are watching this video right now, do well to like this video and subscribe, because what I'm about to share will keep you glued till the end. Now, let's get into it. The hearing was held at the Federal High Court, Abuja. It was one of those days where everyone expected just a brief mention of the case. The issue in front of the judge was simple. The court had asked the Nigerian Medical Association to carry out a review on Nnamdi Kanu's health and report back before the next sitting. That report wasn't ready, so the hearing was supposed to be quick. But as you know, in this Nnamdi Kanu case, nothing is ever simple. While the lawyers were discussing how to proceed, a misunderstanding suddenly broke out between two senior defense counsels, Aloy Ejimakor and Max Okpara. Both men are respected lawyers, both representing Kanu in different legal matters, but at that moment, their disagreement turned so hot that it nearly became physical. Yes, they almost exchanged blows right inside the courtroom. Please like this video and subscribe right now, because this part of the story will shock you. From what eyewitnesses inside the courtroom said, it all started with an argument over procedure. Something about who should address the court first and what motion should be taken. You know how lawyers are with rules and order. But this time, the exchange became personal. Voices rose. One accused the other of trying to hijack the case. And before you knew it, the whole courtroom went silent, watching these two learned men face off like boxers about to fight. Even court officials had to move in quickly to calm them down. You could see the tension not just between the lawyers but also in the crowd. Many of Kanu's supporters were in court as usual, sitting quietly and hoping to see progress in his case. But when that argument started, it looked as if the courtroom could explode with emotion at any moment. Everyone was on edge. The judge had to raise his voice, asking for calm, reminding them that this is a court of law, not a street debate. Once again, please like this video and subscribe. If you haven't done so, I'll be bringing you more updates like this as they happen. After some minutes of confusion, things slowly settled down. The two lawyers took their seats, the atmosphere remained tense, and the judge went ahead to make his pronouncement. He said clearly that since the medical report was not yet ready, the case would be adjourned until the 16th of October. That means nothing major would happen until that date when the court expects the report from the Nigerian Medical Association. That report is meant to help the court understand Kanu's current health condition and whether he is fit to continue attending his trial physically. Now, this development may sound procedural, but it carries a lot of weight. You see, the Nnamdi Kanu case has been dragging on for years. It started long ago with accusations of treason and terrorism, and ever since then, the legal process has moved from one stage to another. Different judges have handled the matter at different times. Each change of judge or adjournment creates new discussions, new suspicions, and sometimes new controversies. So even a simple adjournment can trigger serious reactions from the public. As the judge gave his ruling, you could feel the disappointment among many of Kanu's supporters. They had hoped that today would bring some kind of progress, maybe a step closer to securing his release, or at least a clearer picture of what will happen next. But instead, the court session ended with a postponement and a heated scene that everyone is still talking about. If you are following me so far, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps me bring you more of these real-time gists. Now let's talk about why this small courtroom incident matters so much. When two senior defense lawyers nearly come to blows in a high-profile case like this, it sends a message beyond the courtroom. It tells you how much tension and pressure is surrounding this trial. Everyone from the prosecution to the defense to the judge is walking a very thin line. People are emotional, opinions are divided, and the nation is watching closely. Some people might see it as just lawyers being passionate about their work, but others might see something deeper, maybe a reflection of the stress that has built up around this case for so long. Remember, this case is not only legal, it's political.
When you want to start, you tell us. Hello, everybody. Today is the 8th of October. I'm here with one of the some of the members of the legal team. We just emerged from the closure of proceedings in the case of Nnamdi Kanu for today. The story is not going to be too long. It's very short prosecution made a motion, an application to adjourn this matter because the Nigerian Medical Association did not file the report that the court mandated it to file on the last adjourned date. And that report, the kernel of that report is actually to advise the court whether Nnamdi Kanu is fit for trial, or continuation of trial, and whether he deserves to be transferred to a hospital, i.e. the National Hospital. So that report was not in, so for that reason the prosecution made a motion, an application to adjourn the matter to another date, and the judge granted the application and adjourned the matter to 16th October.
So on the issue of medical counsel, yesterday medical counsel sat on the issue that has to do with Professor Aj, and when I got the information, I went to that place because I've written a petition against the DSSS doctor, the one that never examined Nnamdi Kanu, and wrote a report. That was a couple of years ago, and nothing happened. Then I also wrote another one against the doctor that never examined Nnamdi Kanu, but had the audacity to depose 37 paragraph affidavit, countering the...
It's emotional, and it's symbolic for many Nigerians who believe it represents the question of fairness and justice in the system. That's why every small scene from this courtroom makes big headlines. Once again, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Your support keeps me bringing you verified updates. As the courtroom settled again, the judge made one more remark, reminding both sides that decorum must be maintained at all times. He said clearly that no matter the emotions involved, the court remains a place of order and discipline. And that's true because when tempers flare, justice can easily be overshadowed by noise. After the sitting was adjourned, both lawyers left the courtroom quietly. Reporters and supporters outside tried to ask questions, but everyone remained tight-lipped. It was clear that what happened inside was something no one wanted to escalate further. Outside the court, people started discussing it immediately. Some said the altercation showed the level of frustration the defense team is facing. Others said it's a sign that there are disagreements even among those working for the same cause. But whatever the reason, the fact remains that the Nnamdi Kanu trial has become one of the most talked about cases in Nigeria, and every single event, even the smallest, is followed and analyzed by the public. Please, as you listen, like this video and subscribe. I appreciate every one of you watching. Now, let's touch on the medical part again, because that's the main reason the case was adjourned. The Nigerian Medical Association has been asked to assess Kanu's health and provide a report to the court. This step was necessary because the defense team had raised concerns about his health condition, insisting that he needs proper medical attention. The court, to ensure fairness, decided to involve an independent medical body. That report will help determine whether Kanu can continue to attend his trial physically or whether adjustments need to be made. It's a standard legal process in cases like this, especially when the defendant's health becomes an issue. But for many Nigerians watching from outside, patience is wearing thin. They want answers. They want closure. They want to know when this long-running case will finally come to an end. Supporters are calling for justice and fairness, while others are calling for peace and unity. And all these emotions gather every time there's a new hearing. You can see the passion in the crowd, the hope in their faces, the frustration when another adjournment is announced. That's why today's drama hit so hard people came expecting progress but left with tension. Don't forget, if you're enjoying this gist, please hit that like button and subscribe now. It really helps the channel grow. So, what happens next? The next key date is October 16th. By then, the Nigerian Medical Association is expected to present its findings, and the court will decide the next steps based on that report. Until then, all eyes will remain on the case. Analysts are already saying that the outcome of this medical review could influence the direction of the entire trial. If the report suggests that Kanu needs more medical attention, there could be requests for a temporary release for treatment. But if it says he's fit, the court might move forward quickly with the main case. Whatever happens, Nigerians will be watching very closely. This case has gone beyond just a courtroom issue. It has become a national discussion about law, fairness, and how justice is served in high-profile matters. And that's why it's important that we all follow the facts, not rumors. Every side deserves to be heard. Every process must be respected. Justice is not just about speed, it's about balance. And when emotions are high, that balance can be hard to maintain. If you agree, please like this video and subscribe right now. It takes just a second. The good thing is, even with the drama in court, no violence actually happened. The lawyers didn't fight physically. Security and court officials stepped in fast. So, let's give credit to the people who kept the peace in that tense moment. Everyone went home safely, and the court maintained its dignity. That's very important. Because in a country where emotions can run deep, peace and patience are needed more than ever.